the Fat Boys breakup. And we ain't talk about that long enough. We ain't get that enough love, right? But then we had Kobe and Shaq, and when they broke up, woo, we couldn't stop talking about it. You can't go to the barbershop now and get a line up without somebody saying, man, who you think was better? Like, what? Well, we got another one to add to that pile. We got Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. Yeah, we can't stop talking about that. We're going to talk about it to the day we die. Why? Because they were epic when they were doing it, those 7 years. So Shannon Sharpe went on Cam Newton's podcast, which is amazing because Cam Newton is a personality and a talent. I told y'all better stop hating on Cam the man. That dude is hilarious. And they broke down what happened in 2022. Let's hear what they had to say. Deuces.
Mm-hmm. The situation with Skip, right? Mm-hmm. Was the frustration with Skip or was the frustration with the network or the executives?
Oh, good question.
I think for me, I really appreciate Skip believing in me and bringing me there. Even when the network wanted him to hire a journalist, because I was really the first athlete to sit down and sit across from a journalist and debate topics.
Right.
People know that you can talk about football because obviously you played the game. Can he talk about basketball?
Right.
Can he talk about golf? Can he talk about baseball? Can he talk about social issues if they were to arise? So Skip believed that I could, and the opportunity presented itself, and I took full advantage of it. Maybe it was a combination of things. Maybe there's some things I could have done differently. Maybe I should have just had a conversation with Skip that before it even got to that point, maybe said something differently, but I don't know. It's really hard to say. I just think that after 7 years and you with somebody, this is what I tell people about relationships. It's easier to grow apart than grow together. Mm. And maybe that was the 7 year, you have 17-year locusts that they come once every 17 years. Well, maybe this was a 7 years, this was all I was supposed to get out of that. Maybe this was the bridge that I was supposed to travel on for 7 years. And then after that, that bridge was gonna collapse and gonna force me to go do something else.
But even then, was that the straw that broke the camel back?
Good question.
See, if somebody else had said what Skip said, I wouldn't have batted an eye. But we're supposed to be teammates.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
And I think that's what hurt me more than anything. My teammate, that's what he thought of me. It's kind of like when somebody else says something like, nothing gets you more upset than when your boys hit
or
you
somebody
low.
who really, you said 4 names. I know one of them was Sterling Sharpe.
Yeah, like my homeboy, and I know, like, we and my homeboys, we joke a lot, but I know where not to go.
It's to a degree.
Yes, you can joke, but let's not go there. Let's not play in that area.
Right.
And so I was like, and at that point in time, now here's the guy that I had stood up for Skip. When guys come on and try to take shots at Skip, I was there. I stood up. Nah, bro, this is not your show. This is Skip and Shannon. Mm-hmm. This ain't you. You're not going to take no shots. We're not going to do that, so forth and so on. And in that moment, to think that because I said Tom Brady wasn't playing well, and he wasn't playing well. And I think that's one of the things that most people like about me, because I don't have a problem. If a guy's not playing well, Cam, he's just not playing well.
And it happens.
But yes, and this is not to take away anything what that person has already accomplished. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about now. We're not talking about, we'll evaluate his career once it's over, but we're talking about in the moment. And he wasn't playing well. So I was just disappointed how it handled. I thought it could have been could have been handled better by management, but it was handled the way it was handled. I thank Fox for the opportunity. And the only thing that I get upset about, what I hear people say, Skip gave you, Skip made you. Now, had I not made it, what would y'all have said? They wouldn't have said Skip was the reason why I failed. So in other words, when I'm successful, you give him all the credit and give me none of it. So if I'd have failed, you'd have gave me all the blame and gave him none of it. So the thing, I guess Jay-Z coined the line, was, if he made me,
Make another me.
yeah. Because that's what I did with kids. I had one and I was like, I'm gonna see if I can do this again. I did another one, and let me see if I can. So I was 3 for 3. So yeah, so it should be relatively easy if you can just spit guys out, you know, because they say he made Stephen A. Okay, he made Shannon. It's not as easy as one would think it is.
I say it like this, and we're gonna move on to this game. You better than me. Real shit.
Hey, real spit. Like the movement, you better than me too. I mean, come on, man. Shannon Sharpe at the top of this thing right now. Oh, respect to him fully. Man, I'm gonna take y'all behind the scenes as much as I can, much as I know, obviously. In terms of work and employment, we can't folk. We all been in the same place before. I'm not gonna fact check. I'm not here to fact check. I'm here to just take y'all behind the curtain. But let me say one thing. According to Stephen A., Max was a journalist. Right? Wasn't no damn athlete. And if that's the case, then Max and I did this first, but we in debate. I get it. Shannon, you get your flowers, you get it all. But we did that first. Don't you act like that. I was an athlete talking that talk before this show started in 2015. All right, anyway, let's get into it for real. Shannon Sharpe is sharp. I mean, this is how you play the game. A ton of maybes in there. Inserted some comments that you know were pointed at Fox management and pointed at Skip Bayless, but did it without getting dirty. That's what's so dope. That's what lets you know he's next level. Respect to him for saying that. The first thing that caught my attention was, if somebody else would have said what Skip said, I wouldn't have tripped. I wouldn't have even been mad at it. But Skip said it. Now, my first thought was like, damn. But if you're really cool with somebody and they say something foul, I know why it triggers us. I know because we're so invested in them, they invested in us, they know so much. How you gonna go there? But you ever heard somebody say, don't mix business with pleasure, don't mix business with family, all that stuff? I've always looked at that the opposite way. Like, dog, if we so cool, so close, we supposed to be able to go in here and really give each other the business. Punches thrown, punches attack. Let's go. Let's beat each other up so we can sharpen our knives, right? You know how they always say when you play against your brother, you're going to go harder? I always thought that when I was, and this is my mistake, because I'm like Skip more than that, more than Shannon, it sounds like in this moment. If we boys, we going at it. Like, you're going to think we hate each other, and we don't. But if we ain't boys, then you're going to think, oh, they cool? Because I'm not going to give you all of me. Because I don't know you like that. Anyway, y'all beat that up in the comments. I just think of it differently. But I understand what Shannon said because he flipped it at the end. He said, because I protected Skip. That's why I was waiting for that protection in that moment. The protection of, I can talk about Tom Brady, the GOAT, and obviously your idol, and you ain't gonna set trip on me. But you did. And when you did, it made me realize, oh, this love ain't mutual like I thought it was. Because either we gonna beat each other up the same, or we gonna chill and sit here and pull punches the same. In practice, we both going 80%. Oh, we both going 100. What we doing? Like we on the same page. And that let Shannon know they weren't on the same page. Now, from that point, woo! Shannon stepped in it. And not him, the situation stepped in it. Because long story short, Skip Bayless was known as the Rainmaker, as he just said, made Stephen A. So, he come to Fox, get all the money, got the most money over there. Everything he wanted, the show, everything Skip wanted, he got. Skip had his own dude appointed to his show. No other show had their own dude appointed. Like everybody else had production staff and workers, employees, but his own dude to make sure I'm a liaison between upstairs and you. Real talk. So, Skip got carte blanche, red carpet everywhere he go. And then this show, to make it, Fox was like, all right, Skip. I think it took them 3 interviews or so. They said they kept going, Shannon, Shannon. And Skip kept going, Shannon, Shannon. Fox was kind of like, all right. You want to do it? You want to do it? We trust in you because this is what you do. Skip gets his way. And y'all know what happened as the show started to evolve. Like, Skip got to a point where it seemed like he hit his apex. It seemed like he hit his top point. And Shannon didn't have no ceilings. Lil Wayne, no ceilings. Shannon just kept going and going. And past Skip, be real. Okay, but here's the problem. Fox got a policy. And Fox's policy started when Chris Carter, if y'all remember Chris Carter, Hall of Famer, bang, bang, and Nick Wright. Remember when Nick Wright first started? Chris Carter, first things first, back in the days. Chris Carter used to come, I mean, he played the big joker almost every argument. Like, bruh, what are you talking about? I mean, talking down, undressing them, etc., right? So behind the scenes, it was interpreted from Fox management that they hated each other. Remember, I'm the type, and many others, Skip is the type, and I think Shannon too, to a degree, him with Ocho. Hey, we gonna go there. You gonna think we mad at each other? Nah, we good. Shannon with Stephen A. Oh, they go at it. Oh, we good. So maybe it's just Skip and Shannon never were good because they couldn't go at it the same level. But once that happened with Chris Carter and it happened with Nick Wright, oh, Fox is gonna be like, we making choices around him. Now, the choices don't always end in the same consequences. So I fast forward. You get this situation with Skip, Bayless, and Shannon. They were like, yeah, it's better that you guys go separate ways. Why? Because now you can see the core of what their relationship wasn't that good. They didn't have a relationship like that. Shannon had spoke on that before. Like, they ain't hang, they ain't do much, you know that. And that's what happened with them. Now, to be real, I went through this same situation with Acho. My consequences were different. They were like, I don't know if y'all really cool with each other. I was like, that ain't me, so I know where that's coming from. That's fine. With that said, they were like, well, where do you want to go? Where do you want to land? What do you want to do? And that's when all the reports was like, where's Marcellus going? Is he leaving? Is he staying? Because I was like, what do I want to do? Y'all know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be with that family. I wanted to make some money, but be with the family. Just have a job. Be with my family, have a job, not travel everywhere. Oh, Lord. Whew, man. And be real. Be in a real space. Be in a space where you could be yourself, right? That was what was asked of me, and that's what I said I want. Simple as that. But they posed to me, here, we got this show for you, got this show for you, you can do this, you can do all that. You can have this. And I tipped. Dipset. Hey, I said, no, thank you for your services, as they thank me for their services. But I know Shannon found himself in that same position. I'm not sure if they offered him other jobs or sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't think they did because they were like, when Skip don't like you there, ain't nobody else gonna save you, brother. I'm just telling y'all how the game goes. So that's why he was saying, I think management could have handled it better, right? What he's saying is they went there. Well, now it's on Skip to make another one. I mean, another show. I don't even say person. Stephen A. I met Stephen A. before Skip did it. Stephen A., like, we were on the best damn sports show, like late 90s, early 2000s. This sucker here lit up the stage, and we were like, whoa. I remember John Sally and everybody. We were like, damn. I said, he a reporter? I was still in the league. I was like, he a reporter? Whoa. And that was like in 99, 2000 or something like that, 01. Just letting you know. He made Shannon. Y'all forget Shannon used to be on CBS? In the wrong setting because, you know, them studio shows like that. Hey, I think they're going to win by 3. What do you think? Well, I think couldn't be onk. Couldn't be onk. And now, it's on Skip to make another one. Is it going to be Keyshawn? Is it going to be Paul Pierce? I know both of those guys personally and professionally. They got some sauce in there now. Can Skip and them bring it out? That's the conversation. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Beat it up. Just trying to be real with y'all. Salute to all these guys in here. Not trying to tear anybody down with these real stories. Just taking behind the curtain. And no fact check. Except I think I was first. All right.